What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some wrestling news, and as always there's lots to report, including Roman gives Rollins the rub, we hope you're familiar with wrestling terminology there, Goldberg's journey to redemption, Bret Hart, leader of the Clique, NXT star being held back, WWE keeping its superstars in the dark, Carmella receiving death threats, the referee explains the Hell in a Cell ending, and Cody responds to AEW chants at Hell in a Cell. Let's waste no further time and get into the first story, as Roman gives Rollins the rub. Now the big dog has some big praise for his Shield brother Seth Rollins, as in a recent interview with Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso, Reigns praised Rollins' work as the guy in the WWE. There is a lot to being the face of the WWE. It's not only about being in the ring, it's about how you represent, and that is a 24/7, 365 job. You've got to be on all the time for 52 weeks a year, but I'm telling you now, my brother is legit. Roman defended Rollins' reputation for fiercely defending the WWE on social media. Is he passionate? God yes. Is he blunt? Of course, that's why I love him. He doesn't sugarcoat. He's very honest and he is passionate, and he was born for professional wrestling. Seth loves the WWE. That's why some people misread some of the things he says or the way he delivers it, but he does mean well. He's a workhorse. Yeah, he's a little live at the mouth sometimes, but he's got a heart of gold. Trust me. What do you guys think? Is it just a case of Seth being too passionate that people are just misreading him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Next up, Goldberg's journey to redemption. Now most fans wrote Goldberg off after his disastrous match against The Undertaker at Super Showdown, but Big Bad Bill didn't let it end his career. Speaking with Metro News' Alistair McGeorge, Dollar Bill explained, "It was very important to nobody but me, okay? People were very critical of me, and I'll be honest, I never really respond to it. I do care what people think. But when I know the whole deal and everything, it's like, come on guys, give me a break. I knocked myself out, dude. Now let me see you walk down the street, let alone pick up a 320-pound dude when you're knocked out." I think for me, what the Ziggler match did was reaffirm my own self-confidence. Not for anyone else, but I just needed to go out there and go through the motions, and you know man, just cause you stumble once, it doesn't define you. Fair enough, but who will be Goldberg's next opponent? You can be sure they'll be in for a shellacking. Next up, Bret Hart clears up of whether he was ever the leader of the Clique. The Excellence of Execution recently spoke at a Q&A for Inside the Ropes in Belfast, recalling how he was asked to be the leader of the Clique. Hart's claims were denied on social media by Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, with Nash saying, "News to me, I was the only one he got along with," and Hall tweeting, "Wrong." X-Pac chimed in as well, noting, "Bret is referring to a conversation Scott and I had with him at the Curtain during a show on the European tour. Not sure if you and Sean ever even knew about it." However, none of this should be news to the various members of the Clique, as the Hitman made the same claim in his memoir back in 2008. The thing I remember most about the tour was Sean, Razor and Nash talking to me in Hamburg about the idea of forming a clique of top guys who took care of their own. These boys wanted me to be the leader, to voice concerns pertaining to the group as a whole. According to the Hitman, he passed on the offer, thinking it wouldn't work and being wary of some of the group's heavy pill popping. Could you imagine a different scenario where Bret was actually the leader of the Clique? How the WWF wouldn't have been the same. Next up, an NXT star being held back. NXT performer Reina Gonzalez took to Twitter today proclaiming, "All my life I've worked hard to fight the stereotype. Feels like the system tries to hold me back because my last name is Gonzalez. Y'all thinking I'm gonna keep being silent and work hard for nothing? You're wrong, because I know what I deserve." Also, WWE is keeping its superstars in the dark. Rumor has it the WWE is keeping its superstars guessing when it comes to where they'll go once the WWE draft starts on 11th October. This isn't the first time this has happened, so wrestlers shouldn't be surprised. Be sure to check out our recent video on the draft rumors and predictions. Next up, Carmella receives death threats. While Mella has been money as R-Truth's partner in shenanigans regarding the 24/7 championship, her relationship with WWE announcer Corey Graves wasn't as well received by some fans. Although Graves was reportedly separated and out of the house for months before a relationship started, Graves' wife reportedly took to social media to vent her emotions over the relationship. Carmella's ordeal is currently playing out on the current season of Total Divas, and while the show has been criticized for how much of it is scripted, the death threats were not. Next up, referee Rod Zapata explains the Hell in a Cell ending. Now, what many people initially thought was a disqualification ending was officially held as a match stoppage, as the referee believed that the Fiend's safety was his first priority. On WWE's show The Bump, Rod Zapata explained, "With Bray motionless and Seth clearly doing whatever it was going to take to win that match, I had to think of the competitor's safety, and at that moment, I did what I thought was best." Meanwhile, in 1998, Mick Foley is thrown off the cell and driven through the damn thing, and the match carries on. The ending is still not favourable even with an explanation, as the video currently has 1,200 likes, but is being outweighed with 3,100 dislikes. But Cody responds to the AEW chants at the end. Now, fans were not happy in the slightest, and this led to refund, bull, and even AEW chants echoing throughout the arena. Speaking on the Joe Cronin show, Cody responded, "I mean, when those come up, I wasn't watching the pay-per-view, but when those come up, your phone starts blowing up and your social media starts blowing up. Whenever the crowd chants something, whether it's boring, whether it's a promotion, whether it's your name, it means they want to be rewarded with something. That's just kind of when you're in the ring wrestling 101, and we know that we want to reward them." So it was flattering. I wouldn't be one to gloat about it, only because I know that one of the guys in the match got concussed, and this job ain't easy. But nevertheless, when we hear those chants, it's more validation that what we're doing and what we've been saying about this market existing, it's real. Well, there you go. Cody seems to know that Bray Wyatt suffered a concussion, hence why he wasn't medically cleared for Raw. We hope that this doesn't affect future plans, as being cleared for a concussion could take weeks if not months. But there you have it, guys, your latest wrestling news for the 10th October 2019. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.